This and every episode of the podcast is supported by 35 Bikes. 35 Bikes are dedicated to bringing you the best bike components for the best price. So whether you need organic, semi-metal or sintered brake pads, a new narrow-wide chainring, mudguards or brake rotors, make sure to ask for 35 Bikes in your local bike shop, or head to 35bikes.com for more information or to find your local stockist.
EWS
or
Bust.
What's going on, podcast fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Hook It podcast, but this is actually our sister project, EWS or Bust. Now, me and Rich go into a little bit about what this project is, but just so everyone out there is clear, this is going to be a series of podcasts which are going to follow our supported rider Rich Payne around the Enduro World Series. There's going to be an episode after each EWS round, followed by a video as well, and there's going to be a bunch of other stuff going on throughout the year, but this first episode is basically some backstory to Rich, a little bit more about the project and who's going with him, how he's got where he is right now, and all that sort of fun stuff. So again, huge thank you for checking this episode out. Hopefully you enjoy it. I think it's going to get better as the year goes on. And we're going to catch up. The next episode will be after the Rotorua round, which is the first round of the Enduro World Series. So let's crack on. Let's get some of this backstory out of the way and enjoy. Peace out.
Oi oi, hello everybody.
Alright, so this is the first episode of EWS or Bust with our supported rider Rich Payne. So yeah, thanks everyone for checking in. It's going to be pretty cool. I think best thing to do first is probably let's do a little introduction from yourself, if that's alright.
That is acceptable,
as to who you are and what you do and all that stuff.
Well, my name's Rich Payne. The grand old age of 31, living in the sunny island of Jersey. Stonemason by day and bike rider every other time of day. That's about, yeah.
Spot on.
Yeah, I think that covers it for the basics.
Yeah,
no,
works.
Somerset born and bred, but I've been living in Jersey now for about just over 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, man, can't complain.
Sweet. All right. So we'll dig a little deeper into you in a bit, so to speak. But I think let's just clarify what we're doing. So the EWS series is gonna pretty much follow you around the Enduro World Series with a podcast and then also a video edit, either before or after. It depends what happens. But I think that's pretty much it. So for people who aren't too sure what this is, that should.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that sums it up. Basically, yeah, so we thought of EWS or Bust, just basically following myself round and documenting it from like, I don't know, just a privateer, average Joe point of view. You always see like the big team edits being churned out and like just reels of videos and what have you from everyone, but not anything really from probably most people's perspective when they go to a race.
Yeah.
And so that's it. So we plan on putting EWS or Bust out on like the Tuesday, possibly the Wednesday at latest after each race. And like I said,
we'll be checking in. Hopefully we'll have some funny stories.
For sure.
You know, hopefully there's some good race results as well, but
well, hopefully, it's
not going to be too
go all that
doom
way
and
and not
gloom.
do well, but it's not just about the results, I guess. It's about like the crack in it. But
yeah, for sure, 100%. But
doing well's always a little icing on the cake.
Okay, so that's kind of clarified, I guess, what this is. This, I guess, is episode 1, which is going to be a bit more of like a backstory to you and what's going to happen throughout the year. We'll go through some expectations and all that sort of stuff shortly. But, right, let's dig into who Rich Payne is. So, what's your favourite toothpaste? It's probably the most important question on everyone's lips.
I have been asked this quite a lot lately, actually. And do you know what? It's probably whatever the missus buys us on offer.
It's always mine as well. My favourite toothpaste is whatever's a pound.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
I'll say Colgate.
Colgate's solid.
Other
Good
brands are available.
Just to clarify, you're not sponsored by Colgate.
No, they have not approached me for this season, unfortunately.
They might do now, though.
Well, you never know.
You never know. All right, so you mentioned moving to Jersey.
I did, yeah.
Before. So, I mean, let's go right back. I mean, when did you start riding initially?
Oh, crikey. I think, like, just riding and, like, picking up a bike and having fun, making, dodgy little wooden kickers, probably when I was about 12, 13, maybe,
Okay.
but yeah, 12 or so. And then I remember doing my first race. I lived in the southwest in Somerset near Glastonbury. And we had, like, the NACC, the Southwest, like, local Southwest series, which loads of the boys will know, but it doesn't run no more. But, yeah, first race about 14.
Okay, right.
At Coombe Sid. They used it for a national a few times, Coombe Sydenham.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember Coombe Sydenham?
Yeah, I do
It was
remember
quite
that
pretty
place,
cool
yeah.
track, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first race. And then, I've been racing ever since, pretty much.
Have you?
Riding. Yeah, I have, yeah.
That's good.
Um,
So you've been into mountain biking for the best part of 15 years or so?
Yeah. Oh, crikey.
Puts it into perspective, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, I have then, yeah. So, yeah, I have. But I've
Wow.
mixed it up, I suppose. So I've done some cross country. Like, when I first started, it was all about the downhill and just going as fast as you could.
Mhm.
And then I did some four cross and did pretty good. Did some World Cups and stuff. And
Right.
lately, I suppose, ever since I've moved to Jersey, obviously we are not blessed with mountains over here.
Okay. I'm not too sure about the... What's the word? Is it ungulate? Not ungulation.
I don't think that's even a word.
No, it could be though. Ungulation.
The topography.
Yeah, let's use that. That's way better.
Right, that's a triple word score there.
It is.
Yeah, no, it's a cool little island. It's 9 by 5 miles, and it's
Okay.
just littered with all these cool single tracks. But obviously, that doesn't really lend itself to like race. We don't have a BMX track or nothing. So that when I moved over, obviously the downhill and the four cross that I was racing at the time kind of just slowed down in the sense of racing because I just couldn't, I thought when I moved over it'd be sound. I'd just carry on like normal, but I was a bit naive, I guess, because I was well younger.
Yeah.
And then once I got to know the island, I was like, oh shit, actually there are loads of downhill or a BMX track or even any real good dirt jumps. And I just obviously I kept racing, but I was just struggling to keep up with the real fast guys because
Right.
I couldn't practice. I don't want to say training because that sounds rubbish, but I couldn't just practice and go out and ride cool tracks like I used to. So sort of racing took a dip for a few years
Yeah.
whilst I was like, I don't know, just
island dwelling.
yeah, a bit bummed that I couldn't race, but at the same time, I don't know, I was working and
Yeah. So out of interest then, what made you move to Jersey? So if you say it was 10 years ago, so you were relatively young, obviously.
I was, yeah. The missus at the time, my girlfriend at that time, she was from Jersey but living in the UK, and she said, I fancy moving back. Do you want to come? And I was like, well, yeah, why not? I haven't tried nothing. That was like back in. So that was like just as before the recession was cracking on. I'd just finished uni and stuff, so I was like, yeah, why not? I ain't got nothing to lose.
Okay.
Yeah, so moved over, and it was sound. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it
didn't
looks
work
really
out.
nice.
It didn't work out with the missus at the time, but
So hang on. So the island's 9 by 5,
yeah,
and it didn't work out. So do you see her all the time?
no. Oh yeah, I do see her quite a lot actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't be that many people on Jersey. How many people does it have?
around 100,000.
Is that all?
Well, that's quite a lot in a little area.
I guess.
Is that like the size of Bath or something?
It's like one of those where someone says, I used to get it in America all the time. If someone says to you, oh, are you from England? You're like, yeah. Oh, do you know John? And you're like, no, I don't know John. Do people do that to you all the time?
I haven't had that. Yeah, you probably do. I just probably ignore them. Whatever. But no, so yeah, I suppose everyone you just bump into quite a lot because it is an island life, isn't it? It'd be like living in a small town or village, but through that,
That's
met
rad.
the current missus and together for 5 years, and
Sweet.
she's been suffering for 5 years. But it's all good.
Yeah,
Sure,
for sure,
she's probably
exactly.
like in another room listening now, just cursing.
Cursing. You can hear some banging on the walls behind you soon.
Yeah, I'm going hungry now tomorrow.
So what's the riding scene like on Jersey then? I mean, is it just a really core group of you, would you say?
No, I'd say like there's a real mixed bunch of guys actually, and there's a big scene. So
Right.
like predominantly racing on Jersey used to be like, all road and cross country stuff because that's about all you can really do. And like scene wise, so there's like a big roadie scene over here, and a big mountain bike scene of all different like ages and abilities, and loads of girls, loads of blokes. It's really cool, really good scene because we've got such good trails for such a small place.
Yeah, okay.
But like within the last few years, there's been another sort of club. We've got a few clubs over here, but then there's this new club that started up called Simba, the Channel Island Mountain Bike Association,
Okay.
and they've kind of introduced a bit of like downhill and enduro racing. Obviously, it's real short,
Yeah.
but that never used to be. So it's real cool what those guys have done to like.
So is there like a series and stuff that runs in Jersey, like a national almost?
Well, yeah. I wouldn't call it national. It's like like the equivalent of a regional series, if you like. So
Yeah.
quite small scale, small courses. But like we still put out like 10k long enduros with 4 or 5 stages, and
Right.
we have like the Gravity series there is this year. So there's a 5 race series, 3 downhill races and 2 enduro races, and that makes up for an overall, which is
That's cool.
it's really cool. And you get like just all the different guys from all the different types of riding sort of come in and chip in, and it's a really good fun event or
Cool.
events. Yeah.
That sounds good. Sounds good. So, leading up to this 2017 EWS or Bust series,
Yeah.
have you done some Enduro World Series races before?
Yeah, so I've done them for the last couple years now. 2 years ago, I did a couple of races because for us, we're real close to France. I'm not sure if you guys out there or guys and girls out there might not really know where Jersey is, but we are like right off the south coast of England, 75 miles into the sea,
Yeah.
and then about 14 or so miles from France. So we're way closer to the France than we are to the UK. So it's real easy and much quicker for us to get to mainland Europe.
Okay. Right.
Um,
I've learned something. I didn't know that. Probably should have known
school
that.
day. Yeah.
Every day is a school day.
But so we do try and travel to France a bit. That's why going to the EWSs can work out all right sometimes. So
Yeah.
I did 2 EWSs. I did. Oh man, which did I do 2 years ago? I did like Finale and La Tuile, and I loved them. They were all such cool events and such. They took me back to when I used to race down there, and they were like big, long, gnarly trails and just out all day, and they were good. And then last year I stepped it up. I did 4. I did all the European rounds, so like Ireland, La Tuile, Finale, and Valberg, France.
Yeah. Okay.
And I did all right. I always finished in the top 100, and I really enjoyed it. And then that sort of just led on to this year, really.
And what, like before doing the EWS rounds, like the first year you did them, were you travelling into the UK and stuff to race our series?
Yeah, so I was doing British Nationals, and I might do the odd I did like the odd mini enduro and stuff, but mostly Nationals because it costs a fair bit for us to come over on the boat.
I was going to say,
and
yeah. What is that? How does that work? Does it constantly run to and from Jersey, or?
Yeah, so there's a boat, like boats every day.
Yeah.
To take a van onto the boat, it's like 300 quid return. So then by the time you take in the days of travelling each side of the races for practice and stuff and getting to there, that's what I mean. Like, it's just as easy and quick to get to Europe, mainland Europe, over to France.
So that's so naive, eh? Like, my geography is terrible, and I constantly have this conversation with some of the dealers that I see, and I'll get there and they're like, "Oh, which way did you come to get here?" I'm like, "I have no idea. I just follow a sat nav
down that massive blue one that's marked on the map, sort of thing."
Honestly, man, I'm so bad with geography. It's embarrassing sometimes.
Well, we sail like the boats from Jersey sail into Portsmouth and Plymouth, I think.
Okay.
They used to do Weymouth, but they don't do that one no more.
Right. Okay.
But,
so you can jump on that, and it's, I mean, £300. It definitely adds to your race entry fee, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Because then obviously you've got to travel right up from the south of England. So if you've got like a Scottish, like some years, like last 2 years, I think they'd have 2 rounds of the Nationals in Scotland, which was an absolute killer. But
that's a haul, isn't it?
Is what it is, isn't it? You still just crack on, like. But it's just it's a bit of a haul. So then, I suppose, so that's why I try and stick to the Nationals and the bigger races.
Yeah.
Because you kind of, if you're going to do all that, you want to go to sort of, just do the big event sort of thing. It's a lot to do just to go to the regionals or like the little local events kind of thing. So, make it count.
Definitely. Has there not been any temptation to move back to the UK at some point? Not just for your riding, but just in general.
The UK's a right state at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not ideal, if I'm honest, but I don't know, I just wondered, that's all.
I suppose being from the UK, like the missus, she's Jersey born and bred. She's always lived in Jersey, so she knows no different. And we both do well for ourselves over here. Luckily, we've both sort of built up careers and what have you. But I do miss the UK, and it is for the sort of the freedom side of things. If you want to go to, I don't know, Spain, say, you hop on a plane for what, £30 with EasyJet, couldn't you, or something?
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Well, you could go anywhere that sort. Well,
you could just travel to Wales. Yeah. So I miss the freedom side of things for sure. I miss just that ability to be able to go anywhere or somewhere different all the time just by hopping in the car. But like Jersey's wicked. It is well good. It's like always nicer weather than the UK.
Yeah, that's one thing I was going to ask you about actually, because we've had a couple of nice days here this week. But it's not been the best winter. I don't know. It never seems to get nice here. That's what it feels like.
You're up north.
I know.
That's even worse.
It's brutal up here, man. It's brutal. People haven't seen the sun for years. Everyone's like ghosts.
But just see-through people walking around. Gosh.
So you do get better weather in Jersey?
Yeah, I think Jersey's, I think they call it the sunniest place in the British Isles, but just on average, it is always nicer.
Right.
Don't take my word on that official stat, because it'll probably hammer it down tomorrow now. But whenever I speak to like the folks back home or something, they always, "What's the weather like? How's it going?" And, you're like, "Yeah, it's all right. Wearing my shorts now, so the legs are out."
Yeah. I've had my
but no,
shorts on today,
I suppose if the same job opportunities and stuff were to ever come up back home for the pair of us, we'd probably one day consider it. But at the moment,
it's all good.
Yeah, Jersey's nice. It's cleaner. It's safer. It's quieter. It's just lovely. It's all right. Yeah.
Sounds good. So, what's your best EWS finish right now? Up to date.
73rd.
Awesome.
73rd. Yeah, that was at La Tuile, and I was well pleased with that.
Yep, for sure. So we're going to have everyone behind you, hoping for better than 73rd.
I'm hoping for, but I'd like to get better. So it's well tough because I think there's just more guys doing it.
I was going to say it's growing like exponentially too, isn't it? So
no, I think entries this year were like a bazillion times sold out. Right. That's an official stat, I think.
Yeah, I heard that, a bazillion too.
Yeah.
I heard that.
I know, because I think was it on the first, like when we all entered, or everyone entered, on their lottery system, their computer system just crashed at how many people entered or went for it, and it just was like, does not compute, and just exploded. So they had to go back to the old way of doing it. So I put in 73rd. So I'd love, dream come true, top 50 would be amazing.
Sick. Okay.
But I always finished in the top 100 last year, and if I was to repeat that, then top 100 in the world, that's
a winner, isn't it?
Yeah, for a guy that works a lot and then tries to ride a lot and just does it for shits and giggles, that's not bad.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, and it's going to be cool following you around. I think this series is going to be a laugh because
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be rad to see what's going on in episode 5, for example. You know,
Yeah.
you might be leading the damn thing.
Let's not. Well, let's hope. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Right? You never know.
You never
Aim
know.
for the stars and all that. But
Yeah, exactly.
I've got I've got such a cool, supportive family and group of friends behind me as well. Like, so this for New Zealand, me and the girlfriend are heading out. Both of our best friends moved out there about 2.5 months ago, just to like live in the dream. So we're going to go meet them and stay with those guys.
Right.
So we've got some cool people there. My mum is coming to the next one that I'm going to do, and I've got other family coming to others, and I've got friends at others. So it's going to be real cool. Just lucky enough to travel to these amazing places, and then have some friendly faces there, and ride amazing trails, and just enjoy life, innit?
Yeah, for sure, and that's the cool thing as well about following this round. It's going to be cool to see who you're staying with, and traveling stories. Yeah. I think as well that should be good.
You'll get to see like the grim side of it, where on a muddy race, I've got the poor old, this is cleaning all my race kit in a bowl in the back garden sort of thing. So that's just what's got to be done.
So is your missus coming with you to all of them?
She is coming to 4 of them, I think.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so...
Excellent.
She's going to come New Zealand, Madeira... I'm having like full mind blank. What have we got? New Zealand, Madeira... Oh, France and finale at the end of the season.
Right,
because you get some beach time there as well.
Yeah. Beautiful. So you're obviously treating it more of as an adventure around the world with a bit of bike riding as well, for a bit of a bonus.
I would say, it is like that to a point, because like I ain't no pro, and I haven't got the budget, I suppose, if you like, to just be going. People are out in New Zealand, like, or have been for like the last 2 weeks riding and stuff. I don't know how they do it, but we're going. It's a hell of a way. So for this, we're going to go out, race, do some sightseeing, and then come back. You can't, like, it's nuts just to go all that way for a week and then come home.
Yeah,
just race and then go back. The same with so some of the other shorter ones, they're not so bad. So Madeira, we will probably just go for the week. Same with a few of the others. Whistler's obviously a bit of more of a haul, so we'll see what goes on there. You'll just have to keep tuned in to the podcast, sure. EWS or Bust, and see what goes on.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we've covered that. So as far as your setup goes this year, you were on chemical bikes last year. This year, what's going on? What you got? What you're riding?
This year is... Basically, I suppose I've got some cool core sponsors who've like helped me out the last few years. Unfortunately, it's not that it didn't work out with Chemical, but those guys, just a super new company, and I think they just wanted to concentrate rather than having a team again on just building their brand, which is cool. That's, you got to do what you got to do, ain't you?
Yeah.
So I've gone out, local bike shop over here, Cycle Centre in Jersey, have done us a good deal. So I bought a new Merida.
Cool.
They got a new enduro bike out and it looked sick. So I managed to those guys managed to sort that out in time for me. And I've just had it for the past week and a half or so. So just been smashing out the laps on that, getting used to it. So big shout out to those guys at Cycle Centre. American Classic have hooked me up with wheels for the last couple of years now. So I've got a fresh set of wheels on, and they'll be, kindly looking after me a little bit throughout the year, just with some parts. Same with you guys at Hook It, supported myself. So
we try our best, mate.
Soldier on, mate? Soldier on. And the same, another small little German company called 77 Designs make these rad little chain devices and bash guards and stuff, like real neat little finishing gear. So, those guys too. And then finally, Remac Clothing, stepping it up and just sorting out all the gear and helping, or they're going to sort of sort out the editing side of things of EWS or Bust.
And you've got an involvement in Remap, is that right?
Yeah, so I say they're sorting me out. It's blooming my company in it, basically. So
get a plug in there. Get a plug in.
Yeah, I'll stick the name in, didn't you? So, but yeah, it's myself and a buddy of mine, business partner. But yeah, so it's my company. But I had a word with him. He said, "You know what, Rich? He chuck you a couple spare T-shirts and that. I don't mind. But
They'll be last year's. They might be a size too small.
there's some odd sizes and samples we had done, but you can wear them. It's all right." Yeah,
Okay.
got the clothing side sussed as well.
So are you like a factory supported rider then by Remap? Is that right? Or have you not made it on that team yet?
I'm still trying to make the cut. I've got to prove myself worthy. He still thinks I'm slacking. He says once you get that top 50, we'll give you clothes that fit you properly.
But for now, keep it baggy.
Yeah, you're getting the leftovers.
Sick. All right, so you've got some good people behind you, which is cool, and hopefully they're all going to get involved and help spread the podcast vibes as the year
I mean, it's
goes
not
on
just,
and
I should say it's not even just. I think when you race it, like when you're like privateering it up, innit? It's not just about like say sponsors who hook you up on parts, but it's like the behind the scenes. So it's like you come home and like your friends who just support you or share your stuff and. You know, family, things like that. You know, I think all racers, you know, whether racing regional stuff or nationals or worlds, probably wouldn't be very far without family and friends, to be fair.
Definitely.
So big shout out to all those guys who just washing their kids' kit and dad's power washing the bikes and all this sort of stuff. Driving the races, that's how it started for me.
Yep.
The old man just driving the races and mother washing kit and all that. So... Yeah.
I feel you, man.
Everyone chips in.
Yep, they do. That's what it's all about. And as far as like challenges go coming into the year, what do you think the biggest challenges as a privateer are going to be on the world circuit?
I think just squeezing work life around riding life.
Yeah.
And then
do you have your own business as well?
I do. Yes.
You've got Remap, so you got something else.
Yeah, so like Remap, me and a buddy started up about a year and a half ago, and that's like I don't want to say a sideline business, but it's like a business born out of passion, if you like. It's something that we love doing, but it's not at a stage where it pays the bills for sure because we put everything back into it. But I'm a stonemason.
Right.
I have a construction business over here, so. That's the one that pays the bills and pays for racing, if you like.
So it's good of the boss though to give you time off to go race.
Mate, I tell you what, I have to put in a good word, but he's kind. Yeah, so I suppose that's always, you know, when you are self-employed, again, you're like, when you ain't working, you ain't getting paid, are you?
Nope.
So I have luckily, you know, a few lads that work for me, so. The empire can still keep churning away, but you know, you still got when you're away, like especially now we're going to be away for about 3 weeks. You still got to think of right, who's doing what or what jobs are lined up and invoicing or quoting and you know stuff like that. It never
stops when you work for yourself, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I think throughout the year, that's probably going to be the biggest stress is earning enough to pay for it all, but. You know, you just live in and trying to do it. But you know, I'm pretty chilled out, and I don't really like to let money not get in the way, but dictate things. I think if you want to do something, you got to really crack on and try and do it no matter what. So
yeah, I agree with you, mate. Totally.
It's going to be a hell of a year, like cost wise, and that will probably get a bit stressful now and again.
It'll be episode 4 where we start announcing the GoFundMe page.
Oh, no, yeah. Please, just £1 a week to feed this poor lonely rider. Yeah, I'll be like them blooming adverts you see on the telly now, won't it? It'll be like, right.
Just in a scrappy old Remap t-shirt.
Mate, what do you? That's one of my best ones. I'm like, with your donations, Richard will be able to race He's not.
It'll just be me. Episode 5. It's just me. Like, right, we don't know where he is. Last time we heard, he was hitchhiking his way somewhere in Whistler or something.
Yeah, he's actually still just stranded in Dubai airport, trying to like scrimp together a few quid for some lunch. Currently befriended by a pack of wild dogs in the departures terminal or something.
I hate that.
But, yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't go like that. But if it does, it does. It'll make a hell of an episode.
Well, yeah, there you go. That's it. That'll just be some comical watching, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But
Rich Payne, down and out. Right. Okay. So challenges. We're thinking like the work-life balance is going to be pretty tough. Do you think that like on race days there's much of an disadvantage being a privateer? Other than, let's say, machinery and stuff like that?
No. I mean, I'm sure some will say yes.
Yep.
I think, there's a lot of, like, for equipment-wise, like I've managed to get a real good bike kitted up. I've got some good parts on it. Machine-wise, I feel sound. When things start going later on in the season and you're running, like, worn-out, battered gears and you can't afford to put a new mech on and stuff like that, or, your tyres are bald as a badger's ass and you need to spend 70 quid on some new ones, then, yeah, I expect it probably will be a disadvantage, but...
Yeah. Pretty level playing field for round 1 when the bike's running sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The only like sort of advantages all those pro guys get in that sense is I would probably be, I don't know, waking up having me porridge in New Zealand right now chatting to you as opposed to sitting in my front room surrounded by clothes and things that I should really start to think about packing. But like, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you make the best of it. I don't see myself disadvantaged or think of myself disadvantaged in that sense. I just think this is my opportunity and I'll chip on with it and make the best of it.
Yeah, for sure. So what's the ultimate win at the end of the season?
I hadn't really thought that far ahead. The ultimate win.
Like the
ultimate
at the end of the
win.
season.
Ultimate win.
Okay,
so I win no races.
So you want to win a race?
No, I take that back. That was a dumb thing to say.
Richie Rude, watch out, bro.
Here comes Richie Payne. No, that ain't happening. But I suppose, like, just to have a really good, consistent season, like get just top 100s, get some real good results. Maybe that elusive top 150, if that could ever happen, would be, that'd make my day. Otherwise, I just want to really enjoy it. I've never travelled quite this much in a race season, so just to get out there, have a laugh with my buddies and people who join me along the way, and just show that I suppose even if you are paying out your own pocket and live like privateering it up, that you can still do it. You might not be like mixing it up with all them top boys, but you can still have a laugh.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think
good.
that's about right.
It's going to be a laugh, dude. I'm looking forward to catching up with the next one and seeing where you're at.
Yes.
I think the plan is catch up just after the race, a day or so after in it, and then we're going to review the race. We're going to look at who's won, who's second. Hopefully it's you. See what you got up to, talk about your travelling, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the race is not this weekend, the one after. So that's the 25th and 6th.
That's right. Yes.
We are going to set out on Sunday, so arrive on the Tuesday next week.
Yep.
So we've got so this first EWS in New Zealand is a 1-day race. So we head out there, get there on Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, sort of just chilling, bit of riding, get back into it, up to speed and sort of thing. And then Friday and Saturday is official practice, bit of shuttling in there and what have you. And then Sunday is a big old race day. I think 70k with about 6 stages, I think.
Is that what it is? Okay.
I think so, yeah. Course map comes out on this Sunday.
Right.
And end start list and stuff. So find out some more details then. But I think it's about a 70k loop, so it's a big old day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to document it all the way through. Shits and
We
giggles
are.
all the way.
Yep.
The EWS or Bust episode 1 will come out on the Tuesday after, I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And obviously we'll have a link for it. It'll be up on Pink Bike and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
So we'll be
yeah.
able to share it around. People out there, if you don't already, where can they follow you?
Follow me.
Not literally, because no one wants to come to Jersey, but like.
Oh, harsh. Jersey's delightful. No, I think probably you head over Instagram, look me up, Painter25. Use hashtag EWS or Bust, or like the guys Remap Clothing, they'll be putting it out there, so you could look on like the Remap or Hook It Facebook pages, Instagram pages, or follow me on Facebook. I made one of those athlete profiles the other day, and I felt well cheesy doing it.
Oh really? No, they help. Yeah. They help. So is it just your name, Rich Payne?
It is Richard.
Rich Payne.
Go full name, Richard Payne. Yeah.
It's Richard Payne, MTB Pro.
No.
Straight
that
cheese
bit's
ball.
going to be added later. Yeah. Oh man,
Right.
you know how cheesy you feel making one of those athlete pages. You're like, oh, man, I'm not an athlete, but like,
Nah,
what
it's
else
gotta
make
be
that? So yeah,
gotta be
Richard Payne, Facebook, Painter25 Instagram, Hook It, Remap. Follow those guys. They'll be posting it everywhere. EWS or Bust. It'll be on YouTube. Man, you'll see it everywhere. You won't be able to escape.
No. It's going to be like a blanket. You won't be able to get out. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up there and catch up in episode 2.
Yeah. Can't wait, dude. Can't wait.
All right.
Bring it on.
Yeah, man.
Bring
Have a
it
safe
on.
journey, and hopefully everyone out there has enjoyed listening to this episode. If you did, don't forget to give it a share, give Rich a follow, and
that'd be cool.
let us know what you think. And there we have it, episode 1 of EWS or Bust. I think as the year goes on, it's going to be a hell of a laugh catching up and hearing what Rich is up to. Hopefully the results are good, but if they're not, hopefully we still have a good time. Don't forget, follow Rich on his social media networks. Don't forget, follow us on the social media networks. And if you did enjoy this episode, please leave us some feedback on iTunes, SoundCloud, whatever. Let us know. If you've got any concerns, any questions, any ideas for the show or guest ideas, please fire them over. It's podcast@hookitproducts.co.uk, or just drop us a message throughout any of our social media networks too. Get in touch, let us know what you think. That's it. Enjoy your week, folks. It's been a blast. Peace out.